As the son of a Cincinnati Reds shortstop, World Series champion, and Hall of Famer, Shane Larkin learned about professional sports at an early age.
Getting in the car with him and just trying to leave the arena, it would be fans everywhere and it would be hard for us to drive out of the ballpark. And he would put his window down, sign a couple autographs, and then he'd have to have police escort people out the way just so we could go home. And that's when I kind of realized how big of an impact he had on the game and how much fans really loved him in Cincinnati.
I kind of understood at an early age how important it was for me to kind of bring him into the clubhouse and and let him be part of it. I know that Tony Perez was a mentor of mine. He has a son, Eduardo and Victor, and I saw them as well as Ken Griffey Sr. with his son, Ken Griffey Jr. in the clubhouse when I was a young player. And so, I saw that relationship. So I said, when I have a kid myself, I'm going to do that same thing. So I thought it was important, not just to introduce him to baseball, but I thought it was important for him to understand the camaraderie in the clubhouse.
Most of my memories come from spring training, when he would actually be in Sarasota and I would go up there, and that's when you can really interact with a lot of the players. I would warm up with them, run lines with them. Those are probably some of my best memories at spring training.
It would seem a young Shane would have felt the burden of following in his father's footsteps, though that wasn't the case.
He was always really good at anything that he did. It was football, basketball, and baseball. In baseball, it was obvious to me early in his development that baseball wasn't something that really kind of excited him too much. I think he did it more. He got more excited about going down spring training with us than he did to play during the season. But I still think he could have been an outstanding baseball player, but he was great at anything that he did.
To be honest, I didn't really feel a lot of pressure. I put pressure on myself to be good at whatever I try to do. He was more so, you got to get good grades, got to make sure you're a good person. So there wasn't a lot of pressure, at least from the inside, from the people I really cared about.
My thing to Shane was, yes, you are good, but at some point you're going to meet someone who's just as fast, just as strong, and just as good. And how are you going to beat them?
Athleticism is no stranger to the Larkin family, so Shane instead followed in his uncle's path. Barry's brother, Byron Larkin, is the most decorated basketball player in Xavier University history and still holds the record as the program's all-time leading scorer. Shane had a successful career at the University of Miami as the ACC Player of the Year his sophomore season, leading the team to its first ever ACC championship. He was then drafted in 2013 in the first round and played for the Mavericks and Knicks before landing in Brooklyn.
My son is an NBA player. At some point, it's like, okay, listen, these are the best players in the world, and he's one of them.